ॐ सहना भवतु
ॐ सहना भवतु
सहनौ भुनक्तु
सहनो भुनक्तु
सह वीर्यं करवावहै
सह वीर्यं करवावहै
तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै
तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै।
ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः
ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
ॐ शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुम्
ॐ शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं
शशिवर्णै चतुर्भुजम्
शशिवर्णै चतुर्भुजं
प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत्
प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत्
सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यम्
सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं
वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि
विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि
सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा
सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा
येनाक्षरसमाम्नायम्
येनाक्षरसमाम्नायम्
अधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तम् तस्मै पाणिनये नमः
तस्मै पाणिनये नमः
अकूह विसर्जनीयानां कण्ठः इचूयशानां तालू ऋटुरषाणां मूर्धा ऋतुलसानां दन्त्याः उपध्मानीयानाम् औष्ठौ न्यमगणनानां नासिकाञ्च एदैतौ कण्ठतालु ओदौतौ कण्ठोष्टम् वकारस्य दन्तोष्ठम् जिह्वामूलीयस्य जिह्वामूलम् नासिका अनुस्वारस्य Now who will do Rama Rama Ramaha? Except yeah, please Pooja. Please you do.
Ramaha Ramau, Ramaha. Ramam, Ramau, Raman. Ramen, Ramabhyam, Ramahi. Ramehi.
Ramaihi.
Ramaihi.
Yeah.
Rama. Ramat.
No, Ramaya.
Ramaya. Ramabhyam, Ramebhyah. Ramat, Ramabhyam, Ramebhyah. Ramasya, Ramayoho, Ramanam, Rame, Ramayoho.
Rameshu. Rameshu. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes, we can.
Yeah. Now Phalam, Phale, Phalani. Same. Yeah, you please go ahead.
I mean, if anyone else wants to try, or you want me to continue?
Let's start. Yeah, please, Dipti. Yeah.
फल शब्द फलम फले फलानि फलम फले फलानि फलेन फलाभ्याम फले फलेहि फलेहि फलाय फलाभ्याम फलेभ्यः फलात् फलाभ्याम फलेभ्यः फलस्य फलयोः फलानां फले फलयोः फलेषु फल फले फलानि.
Yeah, good. Anybody knows mi vahamaha sithahatha? Anybody remembers? Everybody knows. Only this part, no? Titahanti.
Tithatha mi maha.
But somebody should speak, no? Titahanti. Who will do? Luvena.
We start with Uttama Purusha, as you say. Mi vaha maha, sithahatha, titahanti.
Okay. Yeah. Every time we have to do like a puja. We have covered nominative case and accusative case in declension. So nominative case is called Karta Vibhakti, and we have seen in Karta Vibhakti, this Karta Vibhakti always agrees with verb in person and in number. So if a person is one, then verb is also one patati. If two, then taha. If plural, then patanti. If we say patami, then I fall. If vivaha, patavaha, then we two, and we all. You, patasi, you two, sithaha, patathaha, and tha, patatha means you all fall. So that's why always verb agrees with its subject in person and number. It is very important. And nominative case is used to indicate subject to show what is the karta of this sentence. For this nominative case is used. Another usage of nominative case is to indicate subjective complement. A verb which is not transitive. For that, viraha, putraha, viraha bhavanti. That we have seen in detail, and even nominative case is used with visheshana also. So noun in apposition to the subject. So Ramaha, but which type of Rama? Viraha. So for Visheshana, we can use nominative case. Accusative case, we have seen to indicate direct object of transitive verb. Transitive is called sakarmaka. Intransitive, we have seen, is called akarmaka. So bhavanti is akarmaka. Same sleeping is called akarmaka. Even standing is called akarmaka. There is a no karma, I am standing. We can say where you are standing, but what? We cannot ask. So all are called akarmaka, means intransitive. So accusative case means karma vibhakti is used for direct object of transitive verb. That's why it's called karma vibhakti. Again, to indicate objective complement. So we know Rama to be a hero. So bodhamaha, we know Rama to be hero. After verb, verbs indicating movement. So the servant goes to the well. So after verb, accusative case can be used to indicate movement. So dasaha gacchati. Where? So to the well. So to indicate movement also. Then we have seen prepositions. There are many prepositions which can be used in karma vibhakti. So ati means above, anu after or along, abhi near, upa either near or below, abhitaha two meaning near, in front of, paritaha around, sarvataha on all the side, ubhayataha on both side, dik 5 on, samaya nikasha near, vina without, ramam vina sita khinna. At that time ramam, so connected to what this vina goes to second case. So ramam vina. Sita is said, so ramam vina. Then antarena is without, concerning. Antara means between, and prati means to or towards. So this connective word with these prepositions always take karma vibhakti or accusative case. I have put that chart also, table. So I think everybody has this, okay? When this exercise comes, we will see. Now, what we have seen, actually it says, there are 3 types of sandhi we have seen, no? One is called vowel sandhi, that we have completed. Another is called visarga sandhi. Let me write like this. Visarga sandhi. And another is called consonant, means vyanjana sandhi. So there are 3 types of sandhi. We have seen already vowel. It will come now. This vowel sandhi, everything will come in these lessons. Visarga Sandhi and Vyanjan Sandhi. So now, even Visarga Sandhi will come and something in first, in Sandhi rule, final half makara is called Vyanjan Sandhi. Consonant or Vyanjan Sandhi. So if I would like to show one table I have kept for you. Suppose we have seen this Sandhi. Visarga Sandhi also we have seen, but now we are seeing if before two words or within a word, what will happen if same consonant or some other consonant come across, then which type of Sandhi will take place? It's called consonant Sandhi. First rule they have put easy actually. It says when final ma, makara, half makara, is when followed by a consonant, means Vyanjan is changed to Anuswara. So same, Ramam, Viram, Bodhamaha. This half makara will goes up. So Ramam, Viram, Bodhamaha. But they have put only this much. But I would like to show you something. Can I erase? In this chart or table, these all are called Anuswara. These are called Anuswara. So we say Akuha Visarjaniya. So these all are called Ku Varga, means Ku. This is called Chu Varga. This is called Tu. Here Tu. Last one is Pu Varga. So Makara actually is an Anuswara of only for this class. Now what we are doing in even Hindi, any language except Sanskrit, if we would like to write Ganga, so how we write, This is Anuswara on the top. We write like this. But in Sanskrit, this is not allowed. So this Ga, and here Anuswara, this Anuswara is followed by Ga. So where Ga comes? Ka, Kha, Ga. So in Ku Varga, Ga comes. So what is the Anuswara of Ku Varga? This is Nya. So if you check our many, even in our Gita, so they write Ga. Then on top, we have to write Kakha Ga Ga Yang, and here Ga will come. This is the correct writing in Sanskrit. Suppose in Hindi or any language we write Shankara. This is Shankara. Again, this is Anuswara. This Anuswara is followed by Ka. So we have to again remember, this is Ka, Ka, Kha, Ga, Ga. So what is the Anuswara of Ka? It's the same. We can write Sha. Here Ka will come. Now here first Ga means Ka, Kha, Ga, Ga, Ang. So here it will come. And here Ka will come. Shankara. Any other name? Do you remember? Sanjay Uvacha. So we used to write Sanjay. It is very easy. Here Sanjay. Generally we write like this. Again, after Anuswara, what follows? Then Ja. Then where Ja comes here. So what is the Anuswara of Ja? Nya. So we have to write San. This is Anuswara, half. Here we can write Sanjay. Clear? Same way, let me erase here somewhere. Let me write here. Here is one Pandava. So Da. This Anuswara is followed by Da. Ta, tha, da, dhana. Here Da. So what is the Anuswara of Da? Na. So we write Pa. Pandava. Na. This is half Na. Because always when Anuswara comes, no, it is always half. So that's why I have written Pandava.
But Ma, I have a question
Mm-hmm.
in terms of whatever the example now we are talking, like Ganga or Shankar or Sanjay or Pandav. In itself, it was not a single word.
This is a within a word.
Okay.
So this is a within a word, but optionally, I will show you, this is a rule. Optionally, if there are two words, suppose same Krishnam, suppose I say Krishnam Gacchati. The Krishnam, but let me start something. Radha Krishnam Pashyati, suppose, but there Pashyati will come. I would like to Gacchati. Contextually, we can't write Krishnam Gacchati. That's why I like something Ga Kha Ga. Krishnam Ramaha. Krishnam Gamayati. Gacchati is not better, but Gamayati. Rama make Krishna to go. So Gamayati. So it is called, there are two words, no? There are two words, Krishnam at the last and Ga. Still this Anuswara is followed by Ga. So at that time we can write Krishnam also and we can write Krishnang also. It is allowed. We can write Krishnam as a dot on the top. But while chanting, we can't say Ramah Krishnam Gamayati. In chanting, we have to say Ramah Krishnam Gamayati. For easy pronunciation only, we have to pronounce what are the anuswara of its own classes. So there are two rules. I will show then last. There is still, let me write one here. Here, suppose there is a one word, Nandi, we say, no? In front of Shankara,
Yeah.
there is a Nandi. So in Hindi, we write, I don't know what's right in Kannada or in Malayalam, I don't know. But here in Hindi or Gujarati, we write like this. But in Sanskrit, we have to write like this only, Nandi.
Hmm.
Is it clear? And ma is come, no? Within a word, I don't know any ma. This is the rule. Within a word is a compulsory. Suppose there is a one shabda is called Kantaha. Husband is called Kanta. So we can't write Kantaha like this. We have to write like this only.
Half now.
Half now.
Hmm.
Now, this is clear. Now I will show you the rule.
Swaminiji,
Yes?
you said the class of Ka is called Ku Varga.
Yeah.
But in Swaras, it's called A Varga, not.
No. When we say Ku Varga, no, this vowels are also included.
Okay.
Because we say Akuha Visarjaniyanam Kanta. So in Ku Varga, what are the vowels? So A. Then we say Aku. So Ku Varga. Ku means just for our Kakha Gaga Ang. Then we say Akuha. Again Ha. So this Ha comes last. So in
So-
short form, they say Akuha. And Visarjaniya means Visarga. So the point of articulation, from where it should come, A, Ka, Kha, Ga, Gha, Ang, and Ha, in even Visarga, so it should come from only our Kantha. Even we check, it should Kantha, then it is proper. If we say from our, from, it doesn't work. Should always come from throat only. Same way, if we say Ichu Yashanam Talu, so E is included in this Chu Varga. So when we say Ichu, so E means this vowel Chu, means Chacha Jaja Yang, Ichu Yashanam, then Yakara, Shankarasha, all comes in Chu Varga. But this is a style of writing, So when we say Chu, so Chu includes even Ya also. This is Sha also. And E also comes in same articulation. Is it clear, Pooja ji?
Swaminji, sorry, one more question. So
Yeah.
what is the meaning of Visarjana Nam?
Visarjaniya means Visarga. Visarga, no, Ramaha. So in classical Sanskrit grammar, they say Visarjaniya. So in Paniniya, these all are actually Panini, Sanskrit Sutra, to understand the point of articulation of pronunciation. So in Panini language, they say Visarga is a Visarjaniyana. So Visarjaniya is a long name, but Visarjaniya means Visarjaniya is equal to Visarga, nothing else. If we say Ramaha, Visarjaniya is equal to Visarga, nothing else. Here Visarga, both are one and same. So in Anton like books, they say Visarga, but if you check in all Panini's book, Paninian language, they say Visarjaniya. But meaning is the two dots are called Visarjaniya or Visarga. Clear?
And Mother, within word, what the Sandhi we were talking, so the ma example, is it mandir, the way we are
Yeah,
supposed
so
to write?
mandir, we can't say mandir is all within a word.
Hmm.
This is what we have seen, but another. This is, I don't like to show you. This is Paninian Sutra, so you see things, what are this? This way. So suppose Mundanam on Upavitam, no? On that ceremony, Mundanam. So actually it's a within a word. Mu plus Danam. Because we in Gujarati or any other language, we don't know. Even this Mundanam, this Danam is a one type of suffix or Krudanta, the Dita. There are many pratyaya is added into the verb. Then the one word becomes. Suppose we say there is a one word is Jangama. Even jungle also, but Jangam. So how this word, even Vishwa, Vibhu, how this word follows? Jangama. So Jangama means Gachati, Gachati is iti. This Ja is a one word, is a pratyaya preposition, but indicating something. So in whole Sanskrit language, there is always one verb. Let me call it dhatu. Dhatu is verb, okay? Dhatu plus some suffix or some, what we say, suffix means pratyaya. Then only word comes. Otherwise, it's not like English, no? Each and every word has one dhatu and its own pratyaya. This pratyaya either is called krudanta. These all bandha, kate, these all are prepositions. Not prepositions, a suffix means some pratyaya. So how itaha comes, you don't know, but they have given the meaning of itaha also. So one dhatu plus pratyaya makes one word. So suppose Dipta, her name is Dipti. So there is a one verb, it's called Dip, to shine. Then one pratyaya is called thin, actually is a thin. Then according to Paninian language, this ka will go, this na will go, remain only ti. Then this ti will join pa, half pa becomes dipti. Same way puja, each and every name, you know, they have their own ones pratyaya. That's why one word has two things. One is called dhatu plus some pratyaya. So it's called within a word. Even Ganga was within a word. But here they will show if there are two different words. Tvang karoshi is a different word. So we can write both ways, tvang karoshi or tvang karoshi. It will come like my dot only. Aham pachami, we can write separate also, and we can write like this also. But this is optionally for two separate words. But within a word, this is compulsory. So I'm showing this mundanam. So mu plus danam. So this is anuswara is followed by da. So tatha dadhana. So that's why na. Same nandati. I am interested in this. Kampate. There is a one verb, come. I can write with this. Yeah, come. Plus pate is a different type of taddita. So this come followed by pa, papa, baba, ma. So we can't say kampate. In other language, we can write like this kampate. But in Sanskritam, we have to write like this only. Kampate. Here Ankita.
Swaminiji,
Yes.
in that Kampate on that printed page, why is the half makara not written? Is that a mistake?
Because not mistake, but when this is note is prepared by someone else, at that time in his computer half ma was not available. So let me tell you this all notes what I am showing you know it's not prepared by me, but there is one Japanese person with me. He's a totally Japanese, but he learns all our whole 3 years course. At that time, he has prepared all this. So sometimes, you know, in computer, ma doesn't work. So
And
it's,
sambandh, right? Ma,
yeah,
half.
everywhere ma is missing somewhere. Here, sambandha also. Look,
That ma, so in
this ma
sambandha.
is missing.
Hmm.
That's why. So it is a printing or a computer mistake. So gunjanam. There is a yes gunjati, but there is suppose gun. Gunjanam in Gujarati we say gunjanam. Sometimes we cannot singing song. We are just gunjan, but we can't say gunjan like this. In Sanskritam, ga is followed by this so chacha jajayang. So always anuswara is like this. Then ja gunjan. Vamchati, to desire something. Chacha jaja, this is also vanchati. Vam. Chati. Cha cha jajayang. Again, this cha belongs to this only. Anuswara. So we have to write cha, cha, vamchati. Janeta putram vamchati. A mother desires son. Vamchati. Vunjati. This is what they have given. Suppose Gramam gacchati. What I say, Saha Gramam gacchati. Krishna Ramam gacchati means Krishna goes to Grama. So here, this is two word, no? Gramam is one pada, means word, and gacchati is another word. So we can write two way. So here it is written, Gramam gacchati. So this goes up as a anuswara. In another way, we can write the Gramam gacchati. Generally, when two words are separate, they write like this.
So their dot is okay.
Yeah, their dot is okay. When two words are separate. Suppose this Shamkara, you know. What is, you know, Sham means? Do you know the meaning? Sham means happiness. Sham karoti, one who make you happy, is called Shankara. So Sham is the one meaning and Kara, then one again. So this is called within a word. Then we have no right to write like this, but we have to write like this only. What we have seen, Shankara, Shankara. But this is not correct. What Swamiji has written, this is not correct. Or
Oh, it's mentioned, but not,
yeah,
it
no.
is an incorrect way.
Yeah, it is a within a word only. Sham karoti iti Shankara. More examples Swamiji has given. Pushpam chinoti. Chinoti means to collect. Sita pushpam chinoti. So this pushpam, followed by chinoti. Chinoti means to collect. So there are two words. One is pushpam and another is chinoti. So we can write both way. This ma can goes up as a anuswara. This is also correct.
Hmm.
Pushpam chinoti. Or half chinoti. In all the Sanskrit, all literature, they write like this. So that's why we cannot understand what they would like to say. Because we don't know the rule, no? That's why. But nowadays, in Gita Press Gorakhpur, they have done like this only, or Bhashyam and everything. That's why it is easy to learn. This is correct.
Swamiji, so
Yes.
the Anuswara can also be written as a full complete word, not joining with the ch.
Yeah. This is correct. Pushpam chinoti, generally they write like this only nowadays. Before this is optionally. We can write both. But nowadays, when two words are separated, and if anuswara is there, then it always goes up. But within a pada, means within a word, we have to write like what I have written, Shankara or whatever, that Pandava. So that's why I have kept one. If Gita, this is Gita.
So, Swamiji, my question was the nya, the Anuswara,
Hmm.
it is written separately and not just above the ch. That is also correct.
1 minute. You are asking? Suppose this one. What is your question? Suppose, huh?
Anuswara is just above the ch, right? It's joined with the ch.
Yeah, it's joined. Yeah, this is correct.
This is correct, but it can be written separately also.
Yeah, this is can. Look,
Anuswara.
Anuswar, it goes up like a dot. Anuswar. Nowadays, they are using like this only. Not like this. On Kailas ashram in Rishikesh, there is a one ashram. They always write like this, nowadays also. But now, other all are write like this only. If two words are separate, then always Anuswara goes up as a dot.
And both are correct. Both has same meaning.
Both has same meaning.
Not
Pushpam chinoti.
necessarily.
No, not necessarily.
With the context, and you are supposed to be using any particular.
No. But when you change something, no? Pushpam chinoti.
So you will always.
Yeah, so we can't say
later one.
Pushpam chinoti. We have to pronounce Pushpam chinoti. Chachajajayang. It will be helpful also while pronouncing. Pushpam chinoti. That's why I would like to show something.
Pronounce, we will do first way.
Yeah, not first way. First way, yeah.
Hmm.
There is Gita here. Make some bigger. So here some is here. So Pandu Putranam. This is Pandu. So we can't write like our Gujarati or Hindi style. Pandu. But they have written, because Pandu is a one word, no? Pandu Raja. So always this is like this, Pandu. And even Sanjaya, this is wrong thing. It is written here is the wrong. We cannot suppose to write like this. But suppose whole. Drashtva tu Pandava Nikam. If you giving pause, then you have to pronounce ma. Otherwise, you have to pronounce Drishtva tu Pandava Nikam Vyudhan. We can't say Vyudham Duryodhanastada. It is also uncomfortable in pronunciation. We have to pronounce like this. Vyudhan Duryodhanastada, then it is easy. Now you can check. Even Mahating Chamum. Chamum means army. Mahating, this is Anuswara followed by Cha. They have kept separately. But here we can put. But if you chant Acharya Mahatim Chamu, Acharya Mahatim Chamu, it is difficult to chant. This is the rule. Even here they have written Narapunga because this is, you know, sometime in computer, this is not available. Even this is not available. This both, even I have problem with this. It is difficult, but this Pungava, it is not correct. We have to write like this. Then Va, Nara is come. This is the correct style. So here Asmakam tu Vishishtaya. Generally people speak like this. They pronounce like this. But we have to pronounce Asmakan tu Vishishtaya. Because here this Visarga is followed by Takara. So now you try which one is better. Asmakam tu Vishishtaya or Asmakan tu Vishishtaya. Because Ta is a Dantyaha, dental, and Na is dental, then it is comfortable. Otherwise, if pronounce Makara, no, it's from labius, lips, Oshta. So first we have to close our lips and then tu. Otherwise, Asmakan, logically, this is more comfortable. Same Sangnathan. Here also written wrongly. If you check your Gita Press Gorakhpur, it will like this, Samatinjay. Somewhere it will come, no Sanjay Uvacha, but they have written wrongly. Yeah. But if you have Gita Press Gorakhpur book, so it is always like Sanjay. Suppose Shankha, look. I write here. Generally people like this. Shankha. But this Anuswara followed by Kakhaku Varga, Kakhagaga Ang. So we have to write like this only. This is correct. Shankha. Clear? If not clear, not is okay. It will keep on coming, you know. Need not to worry. You
Go to
cannot.
Sorry, can we go to Shankha again?
Shankha? Yeah, we can go Shankha again. It is always written. So we can write like this, yeah. Same way, Panchajanya.
So, Swamiji, why there is an Anuswara then on top of it?
Where Anuswara?
In the verse number 15.
Here, no?
Mahashankha.
Because Panchajanyam, this is a 2x1, no?
I
Actually,
think it's a mistake. I think it's a typo. The Anuswara is missing in the 15th verse.
Second line, yeah.
Yes, the previous example you showed, Swaminiji.
Poundram
that
Dadmo. Where
No,
printing?
above. Sorry, 13, not
13.
13 or 12, I think. Just go up. Higher.
Shankha.
Shankho.
No. The previous example that we saw,
Shankha.
in this one,
This
see, they
one.
put the Anuswara on top of the Nga and Kha instead of the Sha.
No. This is correct only.
Above
This
sha,
is
it won't come, no? That's the reason why is given.
no.
but
This
this
is
one-
no. Let me please hear. Actually, it is a Shankha only.
Shankham. Okay.
But Shankha is maybe masculine, maybe plural, no? So this Anuswara indicate this is a accusative case, karma vibhakti. This Ramam, no? Rama, Ramo, Ramaha, Ramam, same Shankha, Shankho, Shankhaha, Shankham. So this Shankham is a 2x1, means karma vibhakti, ekvachanam. So this is actually, if you can understand like this. This is Shankha is like a Ramavat,
Understood.
Rama Shabdavat. So
Understood.
this is not
Yes.
now understood, no?
Yes. I mistook the Nga, which is on
Yeah.
the Kha. Yes, even on the
Yes.
next word, it's correct. It's
Yeah.
the owl.
Yeah,
Yes.
so this is
Form of particular, right?
now this is will go Kakagaga Ang. So I have written here Kakagaga Ang. But if would like Rama Ramo Ramaha, same way Ramam Ramo Raman, then Shankam will come like this only, ne? So when Shankam Dadmo, so this Dadmo means one blue. So this will go up top of this. So this is called, now you know second vibhakti. So Shankam is accusative case, singular. That's why this top of this Anuswara is there.
Swamiji, it does not represent that it is a neuter gender, Napusankaling.
No, not neuter gender, you know, because Shankha comes immediately. If it would be neuter, you know, then it will be Shankhani. Vanam vane vanani. Now you know both two declension. Vanam vane vanani, vanam vane vanani. So vanani is the plural of neuter gender. Okay? And what is the plural of Rama Shabda? Ramaha Ramo?
Ramaha.
So Ramaha is, I can say nominative. I always put like this. 1 is a Prathama Vibhakti and 3 means plural. But this is for masculine. I am writing M. This Vanani is again 1. Even 2 is same also, but 1 nominative and plural of 1, Vanani. So here Ramaha, here Shankhaha. Vanani is neuter, that's why E is come. Here Shankhaha is a masculine. Okay? Poojaji was asking me, that's why this is the reason. Understand, Poojaji?
Trying to, Swamiji. Thank you.
Okay? Yeah. Still any question? Panchajanyam. Here they have written Panchajanyam. Poundram. So here Nakara. Ananta. Gujarati we write Ananta. There is a drop on Nakara. So everywhere. Shikhandi. Look. Sometimes, people, they are unknown to Sanskrit language. They used to come and ask me, I think this is a printing mistake. Suppose Shikhandi comes, no, there's a printing mistake. It should be goes up, because usually in Hindi or Gujarati, they write like this. And whatever we know is always correct, they think, they say Shikhandi. It is correct. But this is not correct in Sanskrit language. It always, because this is a within a word. I think this is good enough, not today.
Yes.
Huh. So this is also in tone. So they have given only this one, because final half makara, when followed by a consonant, is changed to anuswara. So there are all different words. So always when Rama Ramo, no? We're chanting here. So this Ramam, we can't write like this. We have to write always Ramam in sentence. Okay? That is written here. And the rest of this, what we have done, Visarga Sandhi, it is only there. So final Visarga, other name is Visarjaniya, both are one and same. So when Visarga, when followed by hard consonant. So what are the hard? So they have Kakha, Papa, Sha, Sha, Sa. So they have written Putraha Khanati, Janaha Patanti, Balaha Sarati. So Putraha Khanati, it remains as it is. Janaha Patanti remain as it is. But Balaha Sarati, this Visarga becomes half Sakara. That we have seen. Here we can put this Putra Khanati. Janaf, we have to pronounce like this, what we have seen. Upadmaniya. But this is only when Visarga, when for Visarga becomes Shakara. Before Cha and Cha. So Janaha Chalati. So this Visarga become Shankarasha. I cannot write here, Sha. Same way, Visarga becomes Shanmukhasha when in the front of or before Ta and Tha. Pathataha Tikam. So Pathash Tikam. That we have seen all. Everybody remembers, no? Or no? Okay. And before becomes Sakara, half Sakara, before Ta and Tha. Putraha Tarati, Putras Tarati, Namaste, that we have seen. Namahate is actually is a Namahate, become Namaste. Tubhyam Namaste. Namaskaram to you. So te means you. This is also we have seen. When Visarga preceded by A and followed by soft consonant or a vowel, then Visarga is dropped. Balaha Dhavanti. Children run. Dhavanti. So Visarga simply dropped. Bala Dhavanti. Same way Visarga preceded by A and followed by vowel. Still, Visarga drops jana, atanti. Atanti means roaming. People roam. Same way, when Visarga preceded by a and followed by soft consonant, aha changes to o. So putraha dhavati. Son runs becomes putro dhavati. What I have said, Namaha Narayana. This is very classical example. Namo Narayana. This visarga followed by soft consonant is na. Namo Narayana. That we have seen. And when visarga preceded by a and followed by any vowel except a, again visarga is dropped. Dhavatāha akulo. Two, one who are disturbed, they are running, they run. So here also this visarga is dropped. When visarga is preceded by a and followed by a, this a is changed to o and following akara is dilated. So therefore I have given saha aham. They have already a dhavato they have given, but saha aham. We know this becomes so, or is elided, is dropped. In place of, we have to put avagraha. Or is elided. So they have not given the name also. What is the name of this sign? Avagraha. And finally, when final visarga is followed by sibilant, means they say sha, sha, and sa, consider as sibilant. So it optionally changed to sibilant. Ramaha Sharanam is also correct. Ramash Sharanam is correct. Balaha Sarati, correct. Balas Tarati. That's why we are always chant Shantihi. It is here. Actually, we can't say Shanti now. Now you understand why you're writing Shanti. Sha is an Anuswara. But Shanti, then Visarga. Then again, can we write here? Yeah. Three times we are changed Shanti, no? Actually, Shanti. This is correct. But while chanting, we have to do here Shantish. Here also Shantish. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. We can't pronounce. We have to pronounce Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. This is the correct way of chanting. That's why it's look crispy and this is looser, no? Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. It doesn't look nice also. That's why this is the rule. Ramash Sharanam. Same way Shantish, Shantish, Shantihi. Last one is Shanti. It's clear? I have already taken 5 minutes or 6 minutes more. Anybody has done? I have told you, if you please do this. Anybody has done exercise? Okay, you do if you can do.
But the exercise, the other meaning was there, right? Other exercise.
This exercise is given. No? Translate into in the English. Kakaha falani khadati.
Ha, correct.
Yeah, I've done this one.
Who has done? You have done. So why you didn't put in our group? You should put the Sarmilachi. Otherwise, you can send me.
I'll put it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'll also send.
Yeah. So if you don't know that, we can do, no? So we need not to waste time in each and every sentence. That's why. A crow eats fruits. Very easy. Jalam dravati. Water flows. Dukkham smarataha. So taha we have to know. Taha means two are there.
What
They
is
two.
seventh ma? Desham tyajavaha.
Yeah, tell me. Mi vahamaha. Tyajavaha. What is the meaning of tyajavaha? Tyaja means to abandon.
Discard.
Or not discard, but to give up something, to abandon.
Also
Tyaja.
the Desham tyajavaha. Okay.
Ah.
Tyajavaha.
So me, maha, and last one is, that's why you have to remember this. Mi vaha maha. This is ulta. Mi vaha maha. Si thaha thaha, no?
Mhm.
So this vaha comes here. Tyajavaha. Who will
So this is
translate? Who will translate? Tyajavaha.
They too.
We too abandon.
Abandon the country.
We too abandoned our country. Desham.
okay.
So I think what we are doing, Ramaha, Ramo, Ramaha, no? Same way we will pick up one verb and you have to make this, suppose Dravati, Dravataha, Dravanti, Dravasi, Dravataha, Dravata, Dravami, Dravavaha, Dravamaha. Then when you are comfortable, then you need not to think what is the meaning of Vaha, Maha. But right now, little bit practice.
Hmm.
Hmm?
Sure.
Any questions still? No?
No.
Okay. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.